Hi, thank you for joining us at our session. We've entitled it, Taking Tractor Training to the Virtual Limits. I'm Dee Jepson, an associate professor and state extension safety associate at The Ohio State University. And joining me is Justin Pulley, a PhD student here at the university. And he'll be sharing with you a little bit of his research right at the end of the session today. As we know, tractor and machinery safety is an important topic to teach. Tractors do contribute to the majority of injuries and fatalities found within our agricultural workers. So safety training helps increase the operator's confidence, not only in what they know, it's also in their skill set. So what we've put together for you, some new resources that will try to make learning about tractor safety and equipment safety fun and interactive. Our session topics today will include sharing a little bit about the handbooks available and how we've updated those, a new online computer program, hands-on lesson plans, a standardized test for tractor certification, and then as promised, that tour on the new virtual reality tractor course. So here are the traditional handbooks. If you like the paper and pencil version, that's terrific. We have an update for you. It's available through Penn State University, and that's the one you see there on your right. Basically, it's just an upgrade and it's ready to go. We'll have the link for you in our resources here in our booth. We also have resources for you to take the exact same program, updated a bit here on our Ag Safety for Use certificate course. There is a $10 fee for sending students or workers in this direction, but I think you'll really like what you see on the online version. It's really helpful for those places where you have remote learners that can't access the classroom, or maybe just the distance education piece. We do have the updated information here. It's not just tractors and machinery. We have information on safety basics, confined spaces, skid loaders, and much more. It's written like an ebook format, where within each chapter you'll see videos and you'll see interactive lesson plans, little cards that might ask you about signs and identification, how to do things right, or if you get it wrong, how you do things wrong. And then there's also practice questions at the very end of each of the ebooks. So we've tried to make this very interactive, and it's available as well for online use. We've taken another approach to taking 13 lesson topics out of those the National Safe Tractor and Machinery Operation Program booklets, and I'll share a few with you here. For instance, the reaction time. This one is kind of fun. We ask you to take your cell phone out and hit that timer, where you can do a start-stop on your timer and stop it quickly. See how fast you react to your stopwatch. And I find that I just scored 0.2. And so 0.2 is like 0.2 of a second. How fast is that compared to equipment? And then you can show them the chart and see here that 0.2 of a second would equal 10 cuts to my big toe before I knew to pull my foot out of the way. Or a wrap point getting caught with a hoodie string or a shoelace could pull me in 2 feet and wrap 2 feet before I even knew to react. So the reaction time activity is fun to play with any age group, and it really reinforces the safety messages of how fast you are compared to how fast the equipment might be. I do a lot of trainings for women in agriculture, and they love this activity on tractor parts identification, where I put little sticker labels all over the tractors, and then they try to find and match those. It builds their skills, it builds their vocabulary, and they really do learn the difference between the clutch and the brake pedal. Even though they look the same, they have 2 different functions. Another interactive activity has to do with our hand signals. And I can envision this maybe even hanging up in a break room of a company somewhere, where you could take a break and label the hand signals found in the universal signals of hand signals that we use, the ASABE symbols, as you see here. We also have it as an interactive activity where you yourself could see if you knew the answers to some of these hand signals. Oh, and another one of our favorite is decoding colors, where we know that certain pieces of equipment will have a corresponding control color associated with that. And again, this activity is a great paper pencil activity for people of all ages, and where they can draw the line to connect the orange color controls and the black color controls. And it doesn't really matter the color of your tractor. Sometimes our equipment will have these universal color systems. So that's a great one to play. Thinking about that tractor machinery certification program, specifically for the youth training, there's a program available for students age 12 through 16. At the age of 16, they really don't need this certification if they're going to work for hire. But younger than that, they could take the class. If they're 14 and 15 years of age, they would also take a test. And the test then would give them their Department of Labor certificate. Now, involved with the test is a written exam, and we have updated this written exam, and it's standardized, and we've tested it. So whether you're sitting in Ohio, you're sitting in Wisconsin, you're sitting in California, we feel that the competency level to pass that test at 70% accuracy is pretty universal. And so here is a great program that you can offer a test after they've taken the online course or the in-person course. And then we also offer the students a digital badge. They can add that to their Facebook and LinkedIn pages. Another feature that we've added, and here we're getting to the end with our virtual reality course, is how to do skills testing and driving courses in a virtual world. So if you have that remote learner, or if you just have students that want to learn about driving the tractor course, or hooking up the equipment, whether it's in the skills test of the hydraulics or the PTO connections, we've put all of this together into a virtual reality program. Now, we're not taking away what you would normally do in the tractor seat. You still would like to have that skill test where the students will come in and actually take the test in front of you on a course. But can the virtual reality help them understand what's part of the course and as I said earlier, have a little fun doing it? So you would have the Oculus headsets and the controllers. We have preloaded the program onto this, and we would sell you this as a unit. What we're finding are many of our ag classrooms and even some of our companies don't have this technology already, so we can sell them a preloaded package. Then they'll have the Oculus headset where they can download other virtual reality programs. All of this information will be available also to pick up in our booth. And the headsets, what you're going to see here tonight is the sneak peek of the environment and the training program that will be released in May. So you're getting it here first before you can purchase it online. So Justin, why don't you take us onto that tractor course?
All right, thank you, Dee. Let me get switched over here to the video. So this video right here, this is gonna serve as our kind of demonstration and walkthrough of our virtual tractor environment that we can essentially operate and drive this tractor through. So as you enter the course here, you can kind of see and you can kind of get an idea of what the inside of the course is going to look like. You saw a picture of the headsets a minute ago. It'll give you another idea of kind of what the headset that you're going to be wearing is going to look like. right inside of here. And so this really allows you to kind of become up close and interactive with the environment. And so the blue cursor that's showing up there on the screen that we're using to select things with is controlled with the little hand remote here. You have a trigger and a couple other buttons there to allow you to interact and move around inside the environment. So you can see right over here, we're able to move around and really get up close and inspect some of these different components of the tractor, some of these different safety features and dangerous parts of the tractor that we really want to educate people about and let them know. And this is also a great time for students to come over here and be able to really review the components that they've picked up in these online modules and these online ebooks. So as we start looking ahead and start working our way through the video, we'll go ahead and skip ahead to the part where we start heading over here to the other unit of the tractor. This is the one that we can actually interact with and drive with. So if you notice, as we get up close to it, we're providing text boxes that will allow students to go through sort of a pre-op check. They'll answer questions and they'll put some of their knowledge that they've learned to use here. And so by going through there and selecting these questions, they either get them right or wrong. They get them wrong, they'll be provided with a little red X or a little green check mark, given if they've gotten them right. Some of the question or some of the notifications on here don't require a question. It's just notifying them that you should check this before you get on the tractor and so forth. All of these questions are recorded by points. If you miss a question, you're given a point that you accumulate. So the more points you accumulate, the worse you do throughout the experience. Everything is easily resettable. So if a student's really messing up as they go through there, they can stop and reset the entire program and start over. And they're also easily calculated and easily kept up with the scorecard that is used at the end. So here in a second, we're going to skip ahead to the driving portion of the tractor or of the course, so that way you can really see the environment up close. And so as you can see here, we're going to mount the tractor. We have a couple different ways to do it to kind of promote safe ways to do it. We'll put an incorrect way or an unsafe way to get up there, and then a correct one. It gives you the option to buckle up and then allows you to hop on and then start the driving process. So here in a second, I'm going to turn the sound on the video so that you can then see and hear what it's like actually driving the tractor. Our way through the course, we follow the little red arrows so that we know which direction of the cones to go on. Now this is all matching the driving course for the National Machinery and Safe Tractor Operating Program. So as we go through the course, down here towards the end, there is a stall-like feature so that we may be able to pull in and then reverse into the other side of the stall, which is one of the requirements that is needed. So I am in a stationary position right now, and as I shift to reverse, I can turn my head as if I'm actually sitting in the seat of the tractor to simulate the realist experience possible for students to be able to go through and complete this. So as I back up into the stall, I'll back up until the red arrow goes away, and then I can go ahead and shift into drive and pull forward. Now as I work my way through the rest of the course, the cones are set to a timer so that they may reset once they're hit or knocked over. So this middle cone right here, this middle barrel, I'm going to hit it, and as I knock it over, I'll turn back so you can see that even though that I've hit it, and even though it's out of the way, that it'll reset on its own. And this is to keep you from running into other things that are in your way as you go back through and finish the course. Right? Everything that is done within the course, all the points. All right, so you can kind of see some of the different interactive features that we've added in here. And very lastly, I want to bring you down to the end of the course right here at the scorecard. The scorecard is where we keep up with the points that we've accumulated through here. So you're getting these from hitting obstacles, knocking over obstacles, getting the questions wrong, not buckle your seatbelt, those sort of safety things. So this kind of concludes the walkthrough and the demonstration of the VR experience. And I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Dee to wrap us up.
I know we went really quickly through this last section, but we really appreciate your time. Please stop by our booth to pick up our handouts. We will share with you how to get the traditional handbook for the National Safe Tractor and Machinery Handbook, available through Penn State University, access to the new online training program, and all of the lesson plans that I kind of gave a highlight to. And we'll also give a link to where you can get access to that virtual reality headset and kit. We're really excited about that. Again, thank you for attending, and please feel free to reach out to us. I'm Dee Jepson, and I was joined today by Justin Pulley. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.